This podcast is sponsored by the book, The Concept, A Critical and Honest Look at God and Religion, by Bo Bennett. Challenge your beliefs and explore faith through science and reason. Discover more at godtheconcept.com.
Ever get a thank you note so specific, so packed with drama, you just gotta know the backstory?
I think I know what you mean.
That's exactly what we're dealing with today. A letter from the early church. More scandalous than you might expect.
Ooh, scandalous. Lay it on me.
It's 3 John, short but potent letter, attributed to John the Apostle, though there's always debate about those things.
Right.
But addressed to a guy named Gaius, and honestly, reads like a historical soap opera. Praise, power struggles, behavior that make a reality TV star blush.
Okay, you've got my attention. What jumps out at you first?
Well, for me, it's the tension between hospitality and then some harsh exclusion.
Yeah, that is a weird combo.
Like John's praising Gaius for welcoming these traveling missionaries. Huge deal back then.
Oh, absolutely. Early church, that was essential. Think original Airbnb, but for spreading the faith.
Exactly. These guys were on the road, often in danger, needed food, shelter, support. Gaius is the MVP.
Totally. But then, Galilee enters Diotrephes, refuses to acknowledge John's authority, ATLL.
Yeah, what's up with that guy?
And even worse, kicks people out of the church if they show John respect. Like, dude, chill.
The antagonist of our story, for sure.
Big time. And it's almost funny how much John complains about him. Like, obsessed.
So it's the deal, this Diotrephes. It's total control freak, right?
Seems like it. Gotta be some deep-seated insecurity driving that kind of behavior, don't you think?
Probably. But it's not just an early church problem, is it? This power struggle dynamic.
Nope, not at all. Think about it. Political parties, social clubs, families, any group, really. People plus power, you're gonna have conflict.
True. Still jarring in a religious context, though.
Yeah.
You expect a bit more, I don't know, brotherly love.
Yeah, well, that's where the historical context is so important. These early Christians, tiny minority facing persecution.
Right, they weren't exactly the in crowd.
Not at all. Unity and doctrinal purity were key for survival. Dissent wasn't just disagreeing, it was a threat to the whole community.
I see. But still, doesn't it seem hypocritical? Welcome everyone, but then shun anyone who disagrees.
It does raise some questions about their consistency, yeah. But instead of judging by today's standards, gotta see it through the lens of their time. Doesn't excuse it, but adds nuance.
Makes you wonder how this whole human drama fits into the Word of God idea.
Right.
For those who haven't heard the term, biblical inerrancy is the belief that the Bible is without error in all its teachings.
So how does this very human letter, almost gossipy,
Right.
fit into that?
Makes you think maybe some parts are meant to be historical accounts, showing us the human side, not just divine pronouncements.
Interesting take. And speaking of, let's go back to that hospitality thing. John's praise for Gaius
Yeah.
shows how central welcoming others was to their identity. Not just being polite, but a core value tied to their faith.
Makes you think about your own approach to hospitality, huh? Open doors, open heart. Are you welcoming?
Big questions. And maybe the biggest takeaway from 3 John is this. Even in a community built on love, human nature is messiahs.
Yeah, I see that.
Power struggles, disagreements, interpretations, it's all part of it, even in religion.
So next time you're in a conflict, think about what's going on under the surface. Is it fear? Ambition? Genuine belief?
Good point.
Maybe, like in 3 John, it's all three mixed together. And understanding that can help us navigate conflict with more.
Empathy, wisdom.
Exactly.
Makes you wonder, what would a thank you note to us look like centuries from now?
I think I'd rather not know.
Me too, probably. But it's a good reminder that our actions, our words have ripples. And maybe that's something to keep in mind as we move through the world. Being a little more Gaius, a little less Diotrephes couldn't hurt.
Well said. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into 3 John. Until next time.
Bye, everyone.